Hey everyone, this is Matt from endsickness.org. Today I'm going to teach you how to increase your tolerance to plant fiber, because what happens with most people is that if they can't tolerate plants, they get in the corner and they eat too many meats, not enough fiber, and they end up stuck in that scenario, and that does not allow them to get out of a health situation. So I will go over all my tips, the things that I've learned. First, let me say I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. This is for informational and educational purposes only. This is based on my experience. So if you are not able to tolerate plants or plant fiber in large amounts, it's because you're not eating enough of it, really. It's you don't have the bacteria in your gut microbiome to break down these fibers because you've been consuming a lot of animal products, more than likely eggs, dairy, nuts. I'm sorry, eggs, dairy, meat, fish, things like that. Those foods, when they don't break down, they rot in the stomach, they putrefy, and they change the gut microbiome and makes it an inflammatory environment with lots of acidic and inflammatory byproducts. And then you have a situation where your gut microbiome becomes changed, where you have all of a sudden lots of issues with, simple stuff like breaking down plants, right? And you start trying to add the plants in, you get bloated, you say, oh man, I'm feeling worse, I don't know what's going on. Well, the reality is that you need to reduce the amount of animal products to be able to increase the amount of plants. And you do it simultaneously. You go ahead and let's say you're eating meat 3 times a day. First week, you get it down to twice a day, down to 1 time a day the following week, you're down to every other day, and you reduce the quantity down to 4 ounces or less. You don't eat 6-8 ounces of meat. That's not good for you. It's going to set you up for problems. And, the reality is, as you gradually reduce this, I've seen, you reduce the meat, you can increase the vegetables, increase the potatoes, the rice, and eventually tolerate beans, apples, things that are more complex fibers, right? But the reality is you're not going to be able to tolerate all those fibers if you keep the meat in like you're doing, because you keep feeding the bacteria in your gut that can't break down the fibers. And if you starve them out, you reduce the animal products to starve those bacteria out, then what will be left is mostly bacteria that break down the plants, and you'll eventually start to evolve and have that type of gut microbiome. This will help with inflammation, all your symptoms, etc. So the point is, higher fiber is better. The more fiber, the more fuel you have for your good bacteria in your gut. The good bacteria produce beneficial byproducts like short-chain fatty acids. These things calm the immune system down. These things actually get your body to a place where there's no inflammation and you're symptom-free. Meat does not do that. It makes your body acidic. It requires so much more effort digestive-wise, and you end up with undigested meats and proteins that ends up rotting in your stomach and causing all kinds of issues for your liver, your kidneys, your body, your just everything, right? So the point I want to get to is when you switch from meat to fiber and you go more plants, you want to gradually reduce the meat and gradually increase it. You don't want to go straight to just tons of fiber. You're going to probably have more bloating, you're going to have issues. You want to give this a 1 or 2 month process to get your body used to it. And over time, you'll be able to be more used to the plants, and your body will just feel better and better over time. Now, if you're running into brick walls and you say, hey, Matt, I just can't tolerate these plants. I've been off of all animal products for a month or 2, and I'm still not tolerating the plants, then you have to do something with some type of supplements. You got to do something like a raw colostrum. If you can't do raw colostrum, like bee propolis, like an olive leaf, like an acacia to get some additional prebiotics in there, like a beta glucan, to get the immune system stimulated in there. Some things to get your immune system just naturally more involved to start to calm the inflammation down. That would be my suggestions. And then on top of that, various prebiotics I could talk about in other videos. And often also you want to look into mycotoxins if you still are having an issue where you tried all these things and you're still having symptoms in your stomach. That can also be a problem. Mycotoxins are the hidden danger most of the time that people are not considering. So give yourself some time when it comes to increasing plant fiber, okay? It's going to take some time, just gradually increase it more and more. The goal is to be able to have 2 servings of vegetables, 2 servings of fruit, a serving or 2 of starch per day, decent amount of plant-based oils, your avocado, olive oil, your grapeseed oil, your sunflower oil, whatever you want. But as long as they're, in moderation, you don't want to go over more 2-3 tablespoons at a meal. And you want to make sure you're tolerating those fats well. You want to make sure you don't have cramping or any type of additional bloating after the meals with fats, because we want to figure out if you're breaking down the fats well. So if you want some more nutritional advice, get in touch with me. This is what I do. I'm a holistic nutritionist. And thanks for watching, everybody. My website is endsickness.org. Go to it, take a look, and hopefully I will see you at another video soon.